What is up, Ravens flock? Huge shout out for your support for the 410 Sports Talk. James and Glenn are the best in the business. They're killing it right now. They love talking Raven talk. Make sure you go subscribe to their channel. Let's go Ravens. Big trust.
Welcome in everyone to another episode of 410 Sports Talk. I'm Glenn Martin here with my co-host James Haskell. In this episode, we're going to discuss a fun topic. We're going to discuss whether or not rookie stud outside linebacker Odafe Oweh for your Baltimore Ravens will get to the magic number of 10 or more sacks in his rookie season. There's only been a few that have done it, which we're going to get into that list in NFL history. It hasn't been done that many times as a rookie. But of course, the reason we're talking about it is because Jimmy here, or James, depending on which day or which outfit he has on, you have to call him by the proper
Depends on who I'm
here.
talking to.
Yeah, Jimbo over here made a declaration earlier this year that Odafe
Unsolicited.
Oweh, unsolicited, wasn't challenged to do so. Just decided that he wanted, because of the fact that Odafe Oweh had 0 sacks in his senior year at Penn State before being drafted by the Ravens, which, it sent a lot of fans into a bit of a spin here when they saw a guy who had 0 sacks get drafted in the first round by the Ravens when his typically number one job is going to be to get to the quarterback. Jimmy said he will not get to double-digit sacks. And in fact, if he does, I will eat the microphone cover off of my microphone. And so that is carried along because I'm not going to let him just brush this away. So I make sure I continue to remind him every time Odafe Oweh really does anything of note, gets close. I keep bringing this up because I don't want this to be forgotten. So right now, Jimbo, how are you feeling about your statement? Are you starting to get nervous? What's going on in your mind?
Yeah, so just do some simple math, right? He has 3 sacks, correct?
Is that how many he's got? Let me see.
He's got 3 sacks. Oh, I know how many sacks he's got. He's got 3.
He's got 3. Yes,
he's got 3, and we've played 6 games, so he's averaging a half sack a game. Based on that average, unless my math is wrong, we will end up with 8.5 sacks for Odafe Oweh at the end of the season if he stays the course. That could all change one way or another if he has a game where he has a hat trick or 2 sacks, or if he has a game with 0, or 2 games in a row with 0. But I also want to say this, and we're going to go through this list, and I'm going to double down on my prediction. I'm not going to waver. I'm going to have the courage of my conviction. But I also want you guys to know I'm not the de facto bust police, right? Like, I don't think that he's a bust. I don't think that he is a bad football player. In fact, I think he's got an incredible future ahead of him based on what we've seen so far this year. And I think that this year will be incredibly productive for him. But the reason that I feel good about the fact that he will not get 10 sacks and hit the double-digit number is because in 25 years, Glenn, 25, there have been 18 players to do so in their rookie year. And a lot of these guys on this list are all-timers, Hall of Famers, perennial Pro Bowlers, really, really, really good pass rushers. So why don't we kind of break down this list? Not saying that Oweh can't get there, but man, it would take one heck of an effort.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. This is a list, like you said, that is just a who's who of NFL all-timers.
Crazy.
And it's led by the freak. Everyone remembers Javon Curse was an absolute just man amongst boys when he was in the league.
From
he
the
leads
jump,
the way.
apparently.
Yeah, he had 14.5 sacks his rookie year. And then, right behind him is a case of what could have been in my mind. It's Aldon Smith. When he was with the Niners, he had 14 sacks in his rookie year. Had a bunch of off the field issues. He kicked around the league here and in and out of the league. But really a what if scenario there with him because he had all the talent, but I just couldn't put it together. But then beneath him, you got Dwight Freeney, Reggie White, and then a couple of Ravens, Jimbo, which gives me a little bit more hope. It's certainly been done not just elsewhere. It's been done here in Baltimore previously. Terrell Suggs did it in 2003 when he had 12 sacks in his rookie season. And Peter Boulware in 97 notched 11.5 sacks as a rookie himself. So I hear you in what you're saying in that It doesn't happen often, and those who do, succeed and get to that double-digit number are typically guys that end up being Pro Bowlers, All Pros, and in some cases Hall of Famers. So it's an elite list. But here's where I'll kind of make a case here, because you mentioned that if he continues this pace, I think he's going to have a little bit of bump in this pace. Let me tell you why. The third most sacked quarterback right now in the league, actually second most sacked quarterback right now in the league, is Baker Mayfield.
And we still got 2 games against him. And he's got 2 games against Ben.
We got 2 games. Oh, I'm not done. Then Joey Burrow. Just 2 sacks behind Baker.
Yeah.
We got a pair of games left with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's been sacked 16 times this year.
That's right. You're right.
And you just mentioned it, Big Ben behind an offensive line that leaves a lot to be desired. While they've won 2 in a row, I think we both know that offensive line can be quite porous. If you get them behind, Big Ben ain't moving much. He ain't getting away from much pass rush. And they got 2 games left with that guy. So I see what you're saying, but I think he's poised for one of those games where he gets 2, maybe 3 sacks in a single game, which, of course, will then have you shaking in your boots.
Yeah. If that does happen, I will certainly be shaking in my boots. But I also think that based on the scheme that the Ravens run doesn't help him in that there could be one of those sacks could be taken away from a corner, it could be taken away from a DB, it could be taken away from PQ or from him by one of these guys. He's also got a Hall of Famer on the other side. So if he's getting home, there's probably a good chance that Justin Houston isn't far behind, who will get there first type scenario. So I still feel good about this. I'm doubling down. I don't think that Odafe Oweh will get to double-digit sacks this year, but I do think, like I said, that Odafe Oweh will get close, and that he will be incredibly productive this year. I appreciate your efforts in trying to make me nervous, but I'm not ready to say Odafe Oweh is Terrell Suggs. I'm not ready to say Odafe Oweh is Peter Boulware. It's only been 6 games, and say what you want, Peter Boulware was an incredible football player. I mean, one of the strongest guys I've ever seen play the position. Explosive. I swear he would just bench press offensive linemen. And tight ends were an appetizer for this guy. And Terrell Suggs the same. He's an athletic freak. So Oweh is there. He's certainly an athletic freak in his own right. I don't know if he's as polished as a player yet, in that he's a young football player. So I think who we see next year in Odafe Oweh, I would be disappointed if he gets under 10. But this year, I feel good and confident. I am confident he's not getting 10 sacks.
You better be, because I'm pretty sure that's toxic. I mean, I'm no expert. I'm no Bill Nye the Science Guy, but when I look at that and
you're talking about the microphone cover?
Yeah, that's toxic. It's toxic. I'm pretty sure if you eat that, it's going to get lodged somewhere in your intestines, and it could be bad news. But with that being said,
I'm trusting in my stomach acids to get the job done.
Okay. Well, because with that being said, I will not. If you come to me and he's sitting at 9.5 sacks and he's got 2 games left, if you come to me on the sly, if I get a phone call late at night,
sly,
I better not hear. All right, Glenn, my plan is to get a microphone cover lookalike that's actually a cake. No. And I don't want to get any calls from the wife either, about the fact that you have a newborn child and that child needs a father. I don't want to hear it, because now you're doubling down and you're getting too bullish in your prediction. And I'm just waiting for the moment for him to put up a big sack day, because he was this close to a couple of other ones where an outstretched arm away from getting you real nervous. But there's going to be a time. You're confident right now. He's only at 3. You're feeling real good about it right now. But there's going to be a time where you're going to get real nervous. And I just want you to know there will be no leniency on my end.
Okay. So this is my only question then. That is totally fine.
Okay.
But, old Jimbo over here has been getting a lot of things right these days. A lot of things right that no one saw. Look, we beat the Chiefs. I called it. Devontae Freeman. I called it. We can go down the list. That's fine. So what happens when old Jimbo is right again and everybody else is wrong? What do I get?
Well, I mean, you certainly Yeah, you get a pat on the back. You get a.
I don't want no dang pat on the back.
Look, this was not a bet that was orchestrated between
That's
me
true.
and you. So
but there have been
you're not going to reel me in.
There have been forces that have combined against me.
Yeah.
Every time Oweh gets a sack, I get trolled on Twitter.
Good.
Every time he gets a sack, there's somebody tweeting about it. And so this is my question. What happens when I'm right and you and Twitterverse are wrong?
Well, look, you have the history is on your side in a big, big way. You said it yourself. There's been, 18 in the last 25 years? So your prediction is not necessarily, predicting, something completely out of the realm of possibility. What you're predicting is something that is very likely to occur, according to history. So I'm not going to give you anything if he doesn't get there when he's not supposed to get there. He's not supposed to do it. We've had 2 in the history of this franchise that's been around for 26 years now? I mean, so what do you want me to do? I can't, I don't, I'll tell you this. I can make it a bet where maybe he doesn't get to 7.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. If he doesn't get to 7, come on, man.
Hold up. You didn't think he'd get to what? Would you pick him preseason?
8.
All right. Well, what if he doesn't get to 8?
No.
Okay. You should have taken it. You should have taken it because I'm not going to go any higher. I'm not going to go.
Well, either way, I think it's definitely an intriguing. I think it's there we go. Maybe we should give. Yeah, I like that. DK, I appreciate the olive branch. You know what, Glenn? Dinner's on you. If he doesn't get to.
What am I going to do? Cash app him? He lives in California.
No. You're dinner to me, son.
To you?
Yeah.
I'll cook you something. I'll put a couple beans in a pot. I mean, what are you eating nowadays? I mean, I'll put some lettuce in a pot for you. I mean, what do you
I want to see you make something with tofu.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, look, I think that this is an intriguing topic, and I'm really interested to see how it turns out. But at the end of the day, I'm glad they made the pick now. He's totally proved me wrong. I think he's going to be an incredibly productive football player. And you know what? My foot was put in my mouth. But to say 10 sacks, we're talking Terrell Suggs, Peter Boulware level. I'm not ready to go there yet, and I still feel confident in my pick. Let us know what you guys think. How confident should I be? Where do you stand on the line? Are you team Jimbo? Are you team Glenn? Where are you at? Let us know.
They better be, if they're Ravens fans, they better be Team Glenn, because that means success on the field.
They can still be on my side, and he can get success in other ways. He can lead the team in pressures. He can lead the team in tip passes. He can do so many other ways. That's all the Ravens said when he came into the league, right? Sacks don't matter. They're not important. He can do all these other things. But this is the real question, DK. We got to know before we end the show. Where's your inkling? What's your instinct telling you? Whose side are you on here, DK?
Yeah, you better pick my side. I mean,
no, I have a feeling he's gonna pick mine.
That's because he always wants to be.
Oh
my!
No!
There's no such thing as a push.
No, DK.
How can there be a push?
No, you gotta pick.
Either
a side.
He gets to 10 or he doesn't. There is no push in this.
We are not ending the show until you pick a side, DK.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait right here.
It's not like it's even possible to be a push.
He said push.
We're talking double digit, yes or no. Does he get there? That's the bet. There is no push. There's no gray area here. I think he's.
It's because he's on my side.
He's going to be on your side because. Geez, that's right. He's going to get to double digits, and you know what's going to happen? It's going to happen against Baker Mayfield, and that's going to make it even better because you hate Baker Mayfield so much. And he's going to do it early. He's going to do it way earlier than you anticipated. It's going to happen, and you're going to have to – and it's all going to be Baker's fault. That's the thing. Baker's going to run into him, too. It's not even going to be like an impressive Odafe sack.
He's going to be trying to do his best impression of Russell Wilson and just run right into Odafe Oweh and fall
right
over
into
like
the double digit, right into 10, right into number 10.
And then grab his shoulder. Jeez, a whiz. And fumble it.
Yep.
Gosh. Yeah, well, let us know what you guys think. Are you on Camp James here? Are you siding with DK and Glenn, who also picked the Ravens to lose to Kansas City? Let us know. Leave your comments down below, and we'll talk to you guys soon.